when to sell your Bitcoin mining and crypto stocks during this 2024 or 2025 crypto bull run. Okay, guys, in this video, we're going to talk about some profit taking and some exit strategies for you guys out there that aren't maybe necessarily holding the underlying crypto like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Solana. You're actually invested in some of these Bitcoin mining stocks I've been mentioning on this channel, like Marathon Digital, CleanSpark, Riot, TerraWolf, Cipher Mining, Hut 8, okay, whichever Bitcoin mining stock you guys are holding or whatever, or you're invested in some of the more expensive ones like Coinbase or MicroStrategy, or you even hold some of these Bitcoin ETFs. So this video, we're going to talk about a little bit more about kind of the psychology of the stock market. This doesn't really apply to the actual underlying cryptocurrencies, but this advice is very useful as well because for the stock market, I have a completely different strategy. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed my content, like I said, please smash the like button. It really helps. So let's get right into it. So I saw an interesting discussion going on X. Okay, you guys can also follow me on X. I have an account on there as well that I'm trying to build. And I saw a conversation with Bitcoin mining stocks guy. He was asking people if they had a certain profit taking or an exit strategy. So I kind of wanted to expand on this in this video. Well, yes, I do have an exit strategy. Okay. In the previous bull run, the Bitcoin mining stocks and these crypto stocks, not necessarily Coinbase, because Coinbase kind of went IPO at the peak of the Bitcoin bull run. So this advice doesn't really apply to Coinbase in terms of the last bull run, but you can apply it in this one. But all of those Bitcoin mining stocks, the ones that were publicly traded, they really spiked, okay, during the peak of Bitcoin's prices, which was in April 2021, during the Coinbase IPO in November 2021, right around those two periods, okay? These stocks went parabolic and then they crashed, okay? So you had to take profits on your Bitcoin mining stocks and on your crypto stocks because these stocks can outperform Bitcoin. Now, as we're Bitcoin, we're waiting for hyper Bitcoinization. We don't necessarily want to sell all of our Bitcoin, okay? You need to take profits on your crypto stocks, okay? And the best strategy to do this is simply wait for the peak of the bull run. Now, historically, Bitcoin has peaked around 500 days after the Bitcoin halving. So if history repeats itself, that will be around, I'd say, which is approximately 16 months, okay, after the halving. So if the Bitcoin halving is on April 20, 2024, so that's May, June, July, August. So that's around like August 20th, 2025. If you guys been following my channel, you guys know that I'm going to be taking a lot of profits on both my Bitcoin mining, my crypto stocks, and my crypto and Bitcoin, cryptocurrency assets on my birthday, August 16th, 2025. This is right around the time that Bitcoin has historically done really well. So the simplest strategy for investing in any of these crypto stocks, Bitcoin mining stocks, has been buy them 500 days before the halving, okay, and then sell them 500 days after the halving. So that's a big time period. August 20th, 2025, or in my personal strategy, is August 16th, 2025. That is the big day, that time period that I'm going to be taking the bulk of my profits on my crypto stocks, simply because Bitcoin historically has done really poorly in September and August. Those are the two worst performing months. September is the worst performing month for just crypto and just stocks in general. Basically Labor Day, people are going back, kids are going back to school, people are switching jobs, moving and things like that. And a lot of times people are taking profits as we're leading into the fall seasons in the United States and in Western countries, just to reallocate their assets, take profits on their portfolios, et cetera, et cetera. So that's the first date, okay? August 20th, 2025, in my personal opinion, August 16th, 2025, because that's my birthday. Why am I not taking a lot of profits leading up to them? Well, simply because I don't really think that you're going to make the bulk of your gains doing that. Now, there is another strategy that you guys can use, and that's simply following the insiders of some of these Bitcoin mining and crypto stock companies. So I'm going to post some links in the description below, but you guys can go to some websites like most of these websites list the insider activity of what the CEOs and the CFO and some of the key insiders are doing in the company. And you can kind of follow them if you want to take some profits. So, for example, let's say we're looking at CleanSpark or Marathon Digital. These are two of the bigger Bitcoin mining stocks. Let's say we notice that the CEO has sold a chunk of shares. Well, if the CEO is selling, that's probably a good indicator to take some profits yourself. So simply, you guys can just check these filings. Okay, you can simply go to the website, or you can go to Google and type in something like, for example, if we're looking at CleanSpark, you can type in CLSK insider trading. Okay, and then you can go to Google and search these results, and they will show you exactly when the insiders are selling. So that's the second strategy that you guys can use. Copy the CEO, right? So for example, I trimmed my position of CleanSpark by 10% in the third week of March 2024, simply because I noticed Zach Bradford, he's the CEO of CleanSpark, he trimmed his position. So I was copying him, but I didn't sell that much. I just sold 10% of the position, just to take some money off the table, see if I could buy into some other Bitcoin mining stocks. I was thinking about opening a position in Cypher Mining. That one's done really well. Right now, I'm only invested in two. So I only have all of my crypto mining stocks, Bitcoin mining stocks. I just have Marathon and CleanSpark. But I was thinking of opening a position in Cypher Mining because I really liked kind of where the company was going. And I really was impressed how quickly they've grown since their SPAT IPO. The stock is almost it IPO'd at $10, and now it's trading somewhere near 50%, around the $5, $4 to $5 range. So I was really impressed how the stock rebounded, and the company stacked a lot of Bitcoin, and they're expanding their hash rate, et cetera, et cetera. So, like I said, if you wanted to, you could simply sell, take profits on some of your larger positions, reallocate your portfolio, move into a new position, or buy something else you don't have. Or a lot of what some of my clients like to do is they like to take profits on their Bitcoin mining stocks, their crypto stocks, and buy more Bitcoin. So that's another popular strategy as well. So that's a third thing. When you take profits on some of these companies, if you're not really sure what to do with the cash, you can take the cash, roll it into Bitcoin. Or you could roll it, if you don't want to hold underlying Bitcoin on like Robinhood or Coinbase or Binance, you could buy the Bitcoin ETFs. Okay. So rolling the profits into Bitcoin ETFs is another kind of profit taking strategy. It's a safe way to kind of reduce your risk if you're up on some of these crypto mining stocks, like CleanSpark, Marathon, Riot, right, or MicroStrategy, whatever. Roll the profits into the underlying asset, which is Bitcoin. You could buy a Bitcoin ETF like IBIT, FBTC, GPTC. There's literally a ton of them out there, and I'm going to list some of them in the description below, but those are some of my favorite ones, okay? And why are we doing this? Well, we're simply taking profits because at the end of the day, guys, we have bills, we have expenses, we need to live our lives, and you don't need to have 100% of your money in the markets, okay? It's perfectly fine to take some profits along the way, pay bills, pay down debts, treat yourself, okay? If you got a good chunk of money in this sector, and the Bitcoin mining stock sector, and these stocks are up big, okay, you're definitely going to be able to do some things. You could probably purchase some real estate, okay? You could buy a car. You could take your family on a nice vacation. Whatever you're thinking about doing, don't be afraid to take some profits off the table. Now, how much should you sell? Okay, I'm going to tell you guys. So, when you're taking profits along the way, okay, I would recommend never selling more than 10% of your position, okay? Some of you guys out there, you like to swing trade, and that's fine. I'm going to make a separate video on swing trading. I'm going to actually take you guys into my Trading View account, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how I swing trade some of these stocks and how I do option things like that, but that's for a new video. But right now, we're just talking about taking profits. The max I would take profits on any of my positions at one time is 10%, because we're just taking a haircut, okay? We don't want to sell our entire position because, number one, that's going to trigger a big tax bill, okay? For you guys that live in the United States who are watching this, or in Europe, when you earn capital gains taxes, you must pay taxes. So the bigger amount of shares you sell, the larger your tax bill, okay? Especially if you haven't held these shares for more than 12 months. If you've held these shares for less than 12 months, you're going to trigger a short-term capital gains tax. Depending on your tax bracket, you could be looking at a pretty big tax bill. So it's advantageous for you to try to hold these shares for at least 12 months to trigger a long-term capital gains tax rate, which is much lower. That's the first thing. The second reason is you don't want to pull too much money out of the market because you're not really sure where Bitcoin is going. Now, Bitcoin drives the majority of these Bitcoin mining and crypto stocks. So let's say you dump 100% of your position and then Bitcoin rips perhaps over the weekend. Now, if you want to buy back in, you're just buying back in, you're getting fewer shares. You don't want that. So 10% is enough for you guys to take some money off the table, pay bills, and do stuff like that. And you still have 90% of your position just in case Bitcoin runs. Okay, that's another key point to take. I would really recommend not trimming more than 10%. Now, when we hit, I believe, the peak of the bull run in 2025, around, like I said, 500 days after the Bitcoin halving, which will be approximately anywhere from August 16th to August 20th, 2025, that's when I'm going to be liquidating the bulk of my Bitcoin mining stock portfolio. And I'm simply getting out of the market because I believe at that time, these stocks will simply, the market caps will be too high and they'll be trading at too high of a price to earnings or price to sales ratio. Okay. And what I mean by that is, for example, take a look at the one of the largest ones, which is Mara, right? Ticker symbol Mara, Marathon Digital. Right now it's trading at like a $5 to $6 billion market cap. Okay. 500 days after the Bitcoin halving, Mara could be trading at a market cap of anywhere from $50 to $100 billion. So the market cap of the company could just be so high. And right now, a lot of these stocks are trading at price to sales ratios of like 11. But during the previous bull run in 2021, Mara and these stocks, the price to sales ratios were outrageous, 30, 40, 50 times revenue. So when those numbers get elevated, when the price to sales ratio is elevated, right, that means the ratio of annual revenue of the company, okay, the market cap divided by the annual revenue, okay, the trailing 12 months revenue. So the market cap of the company divided by 12 months. When that price to sales ratio gets elevated, that's a big signal to get out of the Bitcoin mining stocks. So when the price to sales ratio is reasonable, right now it's at like 10 to 12, when it starts to get to 30, 40, 50, because too much money will be flooding into these crypto stocks and the revenue just can't keep up. So the hype is there. Everyone's going crazy about Bitcoin mining stocks. Everyone's going crazy about MicroStrategy and Coinbase, and the price to sales ratio will just get too elevated, okay? The second thing is, like I mentioned, the market cap. The market cap will swell, okay? In the previous bull run, for example, Mara was trading at around a similar market cap as it was now, but the revenue was so much smaller. Okay, so when Mara and a lot of these Bitcoin mining stocks, the market caps are 50, $100 billion, that will be a big signal to get out. So remember that, guys, that price to sales ratio. Okay, a lot of these companies will obviously be profitable because Bitcoin will be up so much and they'll be able to mine Bitcoin at a lower cost. So pay attention to the price to earnings ratio as well. But I think price to sales is a lot more fair because with the new accounting rules, companies can do a lot of things to bolster their bottom line. So I'd say take a look at that price to sales ratio and take a look at that market cap. And when the underlying crypto market cap, okay, you guys can check this on coinmarketcap.com. The overall crypto market cap right now is 2.5 trillion. When that market cap gets to, if this happens, if it gets to like 10 trillion, okay, 10 trillion, crypto market cap, 12 trillion, 15 trillion crypto market cap overall, that's the time to get out of these crypto stocks. That's the time to take profits on Bitcoin mining stocks, take profits on Coinbase, take profits on MicroStrategy, because this won't last forever. The smart money, Wall Street, they have large positions in all of these companies, BlackRock, JP Morgan, they have a lot of these stocks and they are going to be taking profits on their positions. You're going to see a lot of this information in the SEC filings. You're going to see them getting out of these positions. And you're going to see a lot of people selling the Bitcoin ETFs. You're going to see negative outflows in these Bitcoin ETFs that I mentioned, right? Like the BlackRock iShares Bitcoin ETF, the Fidelity ETF, right? The Grayscale Bitcoin ETF. You're going to see outflows on these Bitcoin ETFs. So that will be a signal probably in late 2025, maybe 2026 if the bull run extends. You'll see outflows of the Bitcoin ETFs, okay? You see the price to sales ratios of these crypto stocks get elevated, and you'll see the market caps of the crypto market and the Bitcoin stock market be elevated. And those are all signals for me to get out of these stocks. Take profits on your stocks. Don't get too greedy. Just be thankful that you guys have been following my content, or you've been watching other people's videos, you've been following social media, that you got in this early. So don't be afraid to take some profits on your positions, get out of the market. Now, the last strategy that you can do, if for some reason you don't want to sell these stocks and you're really to really ride them all the way down, which you don't have to because you can always buy them back, I believe, cheaper in 2026 during probably the upcoming crypto bear market, is to sell long-term puts. Okay, now I'm going to do a separate video on trading options on this, but you can sell long-term puts simply by, if you guys have stock positions in any of your brokerage accounts, you can simply apply for options trading and then you can sell puts deep out of the money. So what this will let you do is it'll let you hold on to your existing positions and then you can make money as the market comes down. Okay, so for example, one of my price targets for Mara, at the peak of the bull run, I really believe Mara could easily do a 15 to 20x because I believe Bitcoin's going to 10x, and then the Bitcoin miners usually are outperforming the underlying asset. Okay, so if, let's say Mara does a 20x, Mara would trade somewhere like $400. Okay, now historically these stocks have crashed a ton. Okay, maybe the Bitcoin mining stock industry and MicroStrategy, these stocks might crash 75-80%. You could sell, right, a 2026 put like out of the money. If the stock's like $400, you could sell it at like $100 and then sell it a year in advance. So let's picture ourselves in 2025, right? 500 days after the Bitcoin halving, it's August 20th, 2025. Sell a put option expiring in August 2026 or December 2026, deep out of the money. So you're selling this put, right, at like, assuming these stocks are much higher, right, $100, something like that. If I'm correct, then what will happen is these puts will go up in value as your Bitcoin mining stocks and your crypto stocks go down in value. So it's a way for you to make money in the markets if you don't want to sell anything and trigger your capital gains taxes. So that's kind of the last strategy, and I need to make a video show you guys exactly how to do this, exactly how to trade options. So, buy calls, sell puts on your crypto position. I'm going to set this up. I'm going to dive in to my TradingView account. We're going to dive into Robin and things like that. I'm going to show you guys. So this will be an upcoming video. But this video, I just wanted to specifically tell you guys some of the strategies that I have for my exit strategies for the Bitcoin mining stocks and crypto stocks like MicroStrategy and Coinbase, and profit-taking strategies. So like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions or comments about my personal exit strategy and profit-taking strategy for Bitcoin mining stocks and crypto stocks like Coinbase and MicroStrategy for this upcoming bull run. If you guys enjoy my content, please smash the subscribe button. It really helps me out. And let me know if you guys want me to make any videos on any other topics similar to Bitcoin mining stocks or crypto stocks. I really be interested to share any advice or any tips that I can offer. So that's all I got until now, guys. Take care.